Have you ever noticed that when a disagreement in Dubai involves Africans, it usually escalates into violence? Why does this happen? Is it about culture? Is it about upbringing? Or is it something deeper? Today, we are breaking it all down. We are examining history, cultural differences, the politics, all things that may contribute to this type of behavior. So let's get into it. City lights shining, oh so bright. These are my views. So if you have your own views, feel free to share in the comment section. Let's have an open discussion, okay? One major reason stems from African politics and law enforcement, or rather, lack of effective law enforcement. Many Africans come from countries where justice is weak or even non-existent. When a crime happens back home, what is usually the typical response? Justice is rarely served. In many African countries, resolving conflicts usually comes down to who has more power, who has more money, who has more influence. This means that normal people or ordinary people, they generally do not trust the authorities. And when I'm inclusive, when we get issues or disputes, we usually resort to other ways to find justice. We take matters into our own hands, and this behavior we carry sometimes when we travel abroad. We hustle, we grind through the highs and lows. Now let's look at Dubai. The UAE has some of the strictest laws in the world, and foreigners who take a big percentage, by the way. Foreigners, especially Africans, fear to engage with authorities. The fear is obviously stemming from home, but also fear of whether you are going to be treated fairly, especially the fear of being deported. So what happens when a dispute arises? Instead of going to the police or choosing legal channels, so many Africans resort to physical confrontation. This is the best way they know how they are going to resolve the issue immediately before everything escalates. Because to us, and I say us because I am inclusive, to us, this is the safest way. I've told you that we fear to be deported. So this is safer because if I confront this person, get back my money, get my salary, if it's a boss that is refusing to pay me my salary, I'll handle him and he will pay me and the issue is solved before it escalates. She was lost. Another reason is the fear of not being helped, especially if the issue involves another race. Some Africans believe that if they report a dispute against a non-African, they may not receive fairness. There is a perception that while in a foreign land, justice is not equal, and this creates frustration. And if someone believes that if they report a dispute, they are not going to be protected, they will resort to protecting and fighting for themselves, literally. Journey's been so rough, but look at you. Then there is also social pressure, even among Africans abroad, because some Africans come from communities whereby fighting for yourself is respected. If someone disrespects you in any way, you feel obliged to fight for yourself. And sometimes losing a fight, whether it is a verbal fight or a physical fight, sometimes it is perceived as losing respect. So some people, when you wrong them, when you cross them, they feel the need to show up and stand up for themselves. They feel the need to measure up, and by fighting, this is what they have been cultured to do or cultured to believe. It is this kind of thinking that can lead to things escalating very quickly when tensions arise. The good news is awareness and adaptation can help to reduce these conflicts. Understanding the law. Dubai laws or the UAE laws are very strict. So you need to understand the law, know your rights. So when you encounter a dispute, you can know, okay, this person has wronged me in this type of way, and I have the right to go to the police and report them. I believe if we knew our rights, we would be able to solve these disputes the legal way. More Africans need to adapt to non-violent ways of resolving issues. You can try negotiation or seeking legal assistance. The African community in the UAE, we should learn to encourage each other to handle things non-violently, to speak up. For example, what I'm doing right now, I'm part of the African community in the UAE, and I'm encouraging all of us to resort to non-physical or non-violent ways of resolving issues that come up along our life here in the UAE. I remember during high school, our headmistress used to tell us, especially after a strike, that violence is not the answer. And even though history, politics, the fear is dictating that we need to resolve issues by fighting for ourselves literally, violence is just not the answer. And let's echo this message so that we can spread it and live more accepted or live more as we are expected to live here in a foreign land. Now, I know there are so many stories. You may not tell your own, but please tell your neighbor's story in the comment section. Let's talk about those instances that you are like, I cannot believe these people are going to fight like this. Mine is the time when I had decided that I'm going to live in Ajman because it's cheaper. There are always so many reasons that you tell yourself to go and live in another emirate or in another country or in another place. So I had decided I'm going to live in Ajman. When I reached in Ajman, I got a small living space, a partition, and there was a dispute whereby there was this guy, he is an agent. He had probably taken money from someone, from a lady, and promised her a job, and maybe the job was taking long. I don't know what the main issue was, but it was about a job and a fake agent. I don't know if he was fake. I'm sorry to accuse. This lady brought her brothers to come and fight this guy about the job. And we were all staying in the same building. So I hear some chaos outside. Remember when you're in a partition, you close yourself inside there, you're not coming out, not ever. But the noise was too much, so I had to come out. I reached outside and I saw people with fighting weapons, carrying machete, knives. I'm like, hold up. What is happening here? Remember, I've just come to Ajman. I decided right there and then, like, no, this is a bit much for me. And as someone who has ever resorted to violence to resolve a dispute, I was like, no, this is beyond me. This is beyond my scope. So please tell me the stories in the comment section. Let's share them as we create more awareness and as we decide, us as Africans, that maybe there is a better way to resolve the issues. As always, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, share this video, like, show me the love. That is how you support me. And I'll always see you guys in the next one.